Hello, Taurus. This is your healing horoscope for the lunar eclipse in Libra for March 2024. I will be going over planetary transitions and lunar phases that are going to be assisting in the transition of the lunar eclipse to the solar eclipse. My name's Evan Ryu. I'm astral shaman out of Cosmic Energy and Spiritual Wellness. I'm going to vibrate the crystals and cards to your vibration with my drum. Let's start off with the lunar eclipse in Libra. Lunar eclipses are to show you a shadow aspect that when you begin growing your light and healing, you automatically cast a shadow so you can reflect on everything that you have been going through in your life. Now, we are experiencing a lunar eclipse in Libra, so it is really focusing on our mindset and how to balance those experiences, those shadow aspects of ourselves. Let's check out what the lunar eclipse is bringing out for you. And circle is open. Receive. You're being open to receiving goodness, believing you are worthy of abundance, and a mindful gift is coming your way. So it almost seems like it is showing how you have not, in your mind, felt like you are enough for the greatness in your life. You may have felt like there are certain things that you don't deserve, and this is your own opinion, and you are handling those certain shadow aspects of who you are. Now let's see how that relates to the retrogrades. So we have two retrogrades that lead up to the solar eclipse. And a retrograde is really reviewing the energy pertaining to whatever is in retrograde. Retrograde also means that the planet or asteroid is moving slower, so we can actually obtain and download the information that it's trying to place in front of us. So it's making sure we don't avoid certain scenarios. It does not mean a planet or asteroid is traveling backwards. That is false. So I just wanted to clarify. We're going to go over what the retrograde is reviewing and why. Now, the first retrograde we experience is the asteroid Pallas, or Pallas, however you say it. It's an asteroid, and it affects our energy and how we strategize situations. And not only how we strategize situations, but it's in Sagittarius, so it's really how we explore certain situations. So first we're going to see what you're exploring. And if you have Sagittarius in your chart, I would focus on what placement it is and see how you can better explore that placement and how you can better utilize certain strategies that are in that placement. Let's see here. The vision. You're exploring a vision that you've been having. And I feel like this vision is to receive something. You've had a vision, it feels like for quite some time now, of receiving a certain type of abundance. This doesn't mean financial. I feel like this is a certain type of abundance that you cannot buy. This is a type of happiness that you've had in your head and in your dreams for a while, but maybe you didn't have the confidence to even entertain or explore that aspect. Let's see the strategy that Pallas is going to show you. The vessel. So you are meant to take care and utilize your physical body. I feel like you are undermining your physical person, and that is what is preventing you from getting to this vision. And you feel the same way. You don't feel worthy enough. You feel like, oh, if I was in a different body, if I did things physically different, I could obtain this vision. And the universe is trying to say, no, you actually need to be grateful for the vessel that you live in. And that is what's going to tap into the vision that you want to get to. And let's see how we can review what you had done with your body and with that vision in the past. Because we want to prevent that, because it clearly didn't work. Oh, you got, whoa. Okay. In the past, you were incredibly emotional about your body. There's something, you placed a seed. You began the vision, but it got incredibly emotional for you, to the point that when the vision didn't come true, you turned into this animal, and you turned more towards animalistic qualities that you might be ashamed of. And this is actually why you feel like you don't deserve receiving this in your life, which is unfortunate, because it's not your body that did it. It's the fact that when you plant such a new seed, a new energy, you need to be ready to tame that animal side of you. And you need to remember that you control your body doesn't control you. It's very interesting. Then we come to April 1st with a Mercury retrograde. This is the most common retrogrades heard of, but all the planets go in retrograde. We just hear Mercury so much because it goes in retrograde more frequently. Now, Mercury has to deal with our throat chakra. It deals with communication. It deals with how we express ourselves. Now, how can you adequately express yourself, and not only express yourself, but tap into the Aries energy of expressing your true desires and passion? So let's check out what you are expressing in the first place. What is being energized on April 1st to be expressed? Then androgen. That is such a difficult word for me to say. So what's being expressed is honestly the duality and the combination of receiving and releasing and being one. It's neither releasing or masculine, and it's neither receiving or feminine. It is both in union, and it actually is what's creating the story. So I feel like there is almost something backwards. I feel like it has a lot to do with this temple card. Where are you? This temple card and the vision. I feel like you have a sense of, I can either be okay in my body and not have the vision, or I can have the vision and not be okay in my body. And this is showing you that you need to communicate. You need to express that both can coexist. And you need to begin weaving that web. You need to begin expressing that you can be okay in your body, and the vision that you began seeding is okay. So let's see where you can actually lead with this, where you can be confident. How can you lead with this type of thinking? Fog. You can lead by knowing that nothing is black and white. You can lead by knowing this is going to look very different for you. You're used to black and white visuals, but you need to almost be in that liminal area I feel like you either, for communication, you are just listening or you are doing all of the speaking. It's neither combination. And this is where we're trying to combine, because it allows yourself and the other person to think and to download and understand. And it allows this nice liminal middle space for you to not only be heard, but the other person to give you information. And I feel like this receiving has a lot to do with listening to others and allowing others to actually listen to you. And let's see what you're going to be reviewing, because communication has been difficult with that black and white type of outlook on how you express yourself. So let's see what we can review and help change you. Copper. So in the past, you have communicated in a fashion that was really, again, this black and white. You communicated either just to hear yourself speak and make your boundaries known, or you crossed boundaries, emotional boundaries, and we're not listening. So it's very interesting. So we're not doing that anymore. And I would suggest to use copper and work on your throat chakra and your heart chakra, because you're really, this shadow work is showing that you need to start blending the two. You need to blend how you express yourself with how you want to be perceived and loved, physically and mentally. Because you're wanting to mix that vision that you've been having, that you began, but there's this almost aggressive animal aspect to how you either speak or how you're trying to get to this vision, and it's damaging your body. And the lunar phase that we enter is the last quarter. Now, the last quarter is not the last lunar phase of a cycle, but it's the last phase that we can really clear the slate. We can fix and forgive ourselves and be grateful for all the hard work we've been doing. And that hard work is accompanied by Capricorn. Last quarter in Capricorn is really working with our emotions, working with the energy, so we can really appreciate and settle into the blessings that you worked really hard all lunar phase, all lunar cycle. So let's check out what can assist you in grounding and accepting those blessings and really appreciating them. Ice boundary, emergency energetic boundary. Well, where I'm at right now, it's snowing. So if it is snowing, I would work with some moon water, and I would work with ice. I would even drink some water with ice. I would envision your auric field is surrounded by ice that others cannot penetrate. Boundaries are coming up, and I feel as though you had crossed a boundary and another person had crossed a boundary earlier in life, and that has never been mended within your auric field. So now it's time to mend those boundaries for yourself and others. And this is saying right away, merge them, because it's going to help your emotions, it's going to help your energy, and it's going to allow you to see things are not just black and white. Things are not just physical, and things are not just mental. Things are not just about having, and things are not just about letting go and getting it through. So let's get a nice recap and a summary about all of this eclipse energy that we're dealing with. Let's get a nice summary of what the heck is going on with honestly how you see yourself physically in that dream that you're trying to create, because you planted the seed, but the seed needs both aspects. The seed needs your mind and your body, not one or the other. So let's see how transformation, you're going through a tower moment. So it's going to feel incredibly devastating. So this will be a really hard shift. And it does energetically feel very difficult, because one moment you have an auric field that is crossed over, it has holes in it, energy's coming in and out, and I feel like you're so used to energy going in and out so frequently, it doesn't matter, but it's really damaged your emotions. Once you place a boundary around that, it's going to feel way different. It's going to feel almost, I don't know how to put it, lonely, in the aspect of you're used to others' energy coming in so frequently. But it's time for you to face yourself alone with yourself and face your own emotions. Let's get another card to help describe that Tower card for my Taurian friends. Desires. So there's going to be a transformation within your desires, because right now I feel like your desires have been very physically based. They've been only based around your vessel, and they're not actually focused on the vision that you planted a seed a long time ago. So really this is all about transforming your desires and making sure you have those boundaries so nothing else can enter during this eclipse season. Let's see an angel number that can assist during this ecliptic season for you. 9. Angel number 9. This is a very high vibrating number. This is telling me that you're working with your higher self. You're working with this new realm, and it's really opening you up to seeing things are not only bad and things are not only good. They just are, and they're meant to survive within each other. So be on the lookout for number 9. And I want to get a card on the solar eclipse. So April 8th is when we're working up towards this solar eclipse. April 8th is when that energy work within your heart, within your mind, for receiving what you deem isn't fit for you to have. This is when the ego starts saying, hey, did you look at it from this aspect? Hidden. So April 8th, something that's been hidden is going to be uncovered. You're going to be working with the elements, and a lot of wisdom is going to be coming out of the elements. So you're going to really have a reality check about how you think, how you physically do things. It's going to uncover a lot of different aspects of what makes you happy and how you work with spirit and your emotions. So working with your emotions and working with the elements. I am going to go read because I want to see what crystal is associated with this card, just to help you out for that solar eclipse. Let's see, Scottish greenstone. And any type of stone or object that works with fairy energy, because I feel like you have some fairy energy around you that can assist in this huge unraveling of your ego. Thank you so much, Taurus. That is your lunar eclipse reading. Be on the lookout for that number 9. And